3, 2, 1. We're live. Sure. Say hi.
Wait, are we live?
We are live.
Oh, look at Aaron.
We are live on TikTok. Look at that butt.
Wait, are we live?
We're live? Oh, man.
See Trevor. See Kyle.
Kyle's trying to chase Chad at the
I
moment.
see Chad. You already got a thumbs up.
Almost
All
fell.
right. Let us know if you can hear us.
Trevor, come plug your business. Come plug your business.
I don't know what the code is on this, so I can't check the audio.
TikTok,
Kyle, we
can
need your
y'all
assistance.
TikTok, can y'all hear us okay?
I actually heard Trevor. Are you watching TikTok? I heard Trevor and not.
Because I need you to check YouTube for me. Are you on YouTube or TikTok?
He's on TikTok.
I'm the TikTok guy.
So,
All right, well, I need our YouTube guy here.
Chad.
Of course, I'm not going to
Don't
get
worry,
it.
I gotta pull up with the rules around.
No. Aaron, jiggle the cord.
Chad, come say hi to everybody. They want to. They want to see you.
Hi, everybody.
No. You're good.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't think you need the microphone.
What's that?
Oh, hey, are we turning off the back lights or leave them?
Yeah, he's gonna turn them off.
Okay, cool.
No, it just went out again.
Well, let's hear if you hear anybody besides me.
Okay.
What's up? That's pretty good.
Here.
Yeah, you need to move closer.
Tell me what to do.
Move closer. I will tell you what to do. Move closer.
Down in front. Down in front.
It's dark. It's got dark.
I'm scared.
I'm going to move in closer.
Because I don't think it's the connection there. I think it's the connection here.
Is that too dark now?
Might be.
That's good.
No, you're good.
We'll just have to get another one. Another cord.
Kyle, are you on YouTube?
I'm on the tube with the U's.
Okay, then I'm going back to take the call.
Closer.
I'm turning off.
Live from Pheasant Land.
Again.
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 It's Bloodline RC and Talking Shop, episode 9. With special guest, Garett Williamson from the Factory RC. He'll be joining us at 8 o'clock tonight.
And we got.
Mike Culp,
Hi.
Brandon Growler,
Hi. Kyle.
Gimpy Kyle.
He just walked away.
We got me, Aaron. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Kyle's not fine, in case you didn't know.
What you doing, buddy?
Trying to fuss so I can stick the freaking tablet up so I can read it to chat the whole time. I used your car last time, but I don't want to use the mini book.
Just sit your chair back, like put your
Skunk
leg
Boss,
up.
can you hear us now?
Prop it from your leg to the table.
Is your phone too close? Is that actually having everything?
What?
No, you see Aaron's car, the front of my car, the front of your car, and then us.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, but you can't see our bearing.
But I really can't hear you because you're really low.
Yeah, you can't see the bush in the way.
Not at all.
I can fix it.
I mean, to be honest, you really can't see it in the TikTok anyway.
There you go.
There we go.
I fixed it. It's got a party hat now. It's ready to party.
Okay, I got a yes. Yes.
All right.
So we're good.
Well, we're live. Right?
Oh, wait, are we live?
Are we live?
We're live. Open live.
Oh, we're live.
Hi guys.
All right, guys. So another week.
Another week and we're still here.
Yeah, they still trust us alone here.
Apparently.
Wow.
We didn't mess
Guys, is YouTube? I know Colby's pretty quiet, but
Yeah, I know. Kofi's got to speak up.
you're
I'm
quiet.
usually one of the louder ones too.
What do you
Not
got talking
tonight.
about?
Tonight you're really low.
Stop yelling, Aaron. Aaron, stop yelling.
Unfortunately, no.
I'm scared.
All right, good
Good Lord.
Prozac, maybe? Have you thought about? I mean, maybe you're on that.
Who's ready for Christmas? No,
No.
because I'm gonna get time off from work.
You don't get time off? No, that's
But,
union.
but
He's
school
Skunk Boss
will
says
be
we all.
closed.
Hey, Skunk Boss says we all sound muffled.
You sound
That was
muffled.
the only issue when you unplugged the microphone.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to plug it in.
Okay.
Wow.
Gonna rub Kyle the wrong way.
All right, so if there's any audio issues, blame
Radio hack.
that company right there.
Yeah, I blame them a lot of things.
Dylan says, "What's up, fellas?"
Dylan McNichol. What's up, Dylan?
Dylan,
Hey,
are
that's
you
a
gonna shave
foot.
your head?
I think Dylan will shave his head. I don't know if we're gonna hit that though.
What?
We have another idea.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
This son of a bitchin' thing.
Whoa, language.
We're allowed a certain amount of cursing on YouTube.
Not TikTok. Dylan says, "Get 25K by January, man, and he'll shave his head."
Dylan, what if we raise $500 by the 17th?
Does he already have short hair?
Yes, but he'll go bald.
Okay.
Like Vic Razor.
Your mic's playing again.
You sure?
Yeah, I can hear it. What if?
Okay.
Can we just get a hammer and smash that damn?
They were right there.
No, because it costs $100.
Take it back.
I think we gotta get another cord. We're just gonna have to go loud.
Loud?
Loud.
Loud.
Project.
What if you took the cord and
Shoved it up somebody's butt.
no, but can I see the cord?
Twist it?
No, I was thinking.
Pop it. Twist it. Pull it.
How does this work?
Plugs in.
Very slow.
Sweet.
This is what happens.
This is good, sir. Let's just plug it in.
All right.
You guys can talk while I.
Upside down.
Yeah, I was literally getting there. So if you guys have any questions on the talk that is ticking, send them in while we are. Dylan says, "What were you saying?"
Try putting it down.
So instead of the getting 17,000 followers by the 17th,
Which is still happening.
yeah, we have this idea about raising money for cancer society. So where if we can raise, what was it, $500
Yeah.
by your birthday to the 17th, donating the money to cancer society, and Kyle will shave his beard. Cancer. How are they sending the money?
Come to Pheasantland and give us money.
Cash donations only.
Who has a PayPal?
I don't have PayPal.
I do. I also have Venmo. And I
Yeah.
think I have a Cash App still.
Yeah,
So
we're
if
just
you
gonna
guys
have to
are
go without it.
interested in donating and you guys are not local, we will supply. Please message us on the Facebook or leave a message on comment on the page on Facebook
Dylan, you're donating
to
your
copy.
hair.
Yeah, Dylan. What if you shave your head for it?
Yeah, he said I'd be happy to donate. Dylan, you have to. If we raise the $500, you have to shave your head.
$500 by when?
Next
December 17th, so 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay.
Which
And that's
I mean, shouldn't be that
Dylan.
hard.
Dylan shaves his head on the live, or
I mean, we're in Pheasantland.
hey, we can. Dylan, you want to do it during our live show? Come on the show.
Dylan says 1,000 and you got a deal. So Kyle shaves his beard at 500. Dylan's at 1,000.
All right.
Skunk Boss, how's the mic?
I'm okay. How are you?
Dude, it's right in your beard.
Oh, now I gotta shave my beard. Oh.
I'll bring the razor.
So that's pretty good then, Skunk Boss? That's good.
Okay, good.
Wait, okay, so we should do that. Okay. We'll make you, all three of us should shave.
I'm not shaving my beard.
Oh, I'll have to shave
I
my
will
beard.
not do that.
Oh, but
You
I
want to shave yours.
I'll
hang
shave
on,
my
whoa,
beard.
Time out. I'm gonna stick up for Kyle on this one. You're the one who's like, oh, Kyle won't shave his beard. Kyle won't shave his beard. Nope, I'm not shaving mine.
I was gonna say that.
I'm not shaving anything.
I was gonna. No, no,
I'll
takes too
shave
long.
I'll shave my beard now. That's
Mine
fine.
takes too long to grow. So.
no. Listen,
takes a year.
listen here, Lindas. We all shave our beards. Aaron has to grow one for a month.
This is as good as it gets.
I don't care. I think it'd be
And
funny.
Kyle shaves
All right.
his beard over the
I don't have
track
to do
so
anything.
All his hair sticks to the track.
Oh.
No.
No.
Oh,
It's gonna make things a hairy situation out there.
just realized you said that.
Yeah.
I'll bring Glenn Strunk stickers next time to all proceeds go to his treatment.
Okay.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm down for that too.
Yeah, because that'll be a really good cause for the money to go to. So we'll do that.
Maybe contact him and
Yeah.
get him to come.
Oh,
Yeah,
Glenn's definitely down.
That
I'm sure Dylan could get Glenn.
Yeah.
Dylan, put that in the works.
Yeah, so are we doing 1,000 then by the 17th? And then we'll all shave? And then all the proceeds will go to help Glenn's treatment.
Yeah, why not?
We'll do that. So $1,000 by the 17th of December, and we'll all shave our beards. And Dylan will shave his head, and all of the proceeds will go and help Glenn Strunk in his treatment.
We kind of made out all right in this.
Hope he's shaving too.
Yeah, I know. You know how much
I have to
work.
shave anyway.
Oh.
It's getting
You've
too
done it
long.
before.
Yeah, it's getting too
Yeah.
long for work.
Hey. Stop playing with that.
Never seen you without a beard, and never seen him without a
Okay,
beard. And
so anyway,
I'm
back-
afraid for you.
Back to our
I'm
regular,
even more afraid of
I'm
you.
like 10 years old.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think
so
I'll
back
like
to our
it.
regular scheduled programming. Results from this week from P-Land.
Pleasantland.
Where's that at?
I don't know, somewhere like right here. I
You
think.
literally were sitting there and you could hear it crunching against
Really?
the mic. Yeah. That's what I thought it was the microphone. It wasn't the microphone. It was you crunching.
Crunchy? Okay.
Need to get him a fidget spinner.
I do like those.
So Pheasantland Tuesday was a non-points race. We will start off with novice. We had myself, Kevin Kuzer, and Artie Greenman. 12T crate late. We had Brian Stout, Mike Culp, and Steve Weller.
Wait, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah.
SR10, we had Artie Greenman, Shannon Durr, and Ryan Martin. 12T Sportsman, Jim McNabb, Barry Rosenberger, and Brian Stout. Savage Sprint, Artie Greenman, and Sal Rafino. And then
Yay, Sal.
moving on to the vintage mods, we had Kyle Horning,
Cheater.
Steven Weller, and Shannon Durr. And I believe that was Steve's first race in that car.
Very
It
first
was also
race.
my first race in that car. I had the Red ride out.
You did have to run it right out.
We'll have to get into that after this.
Yeah.
And then moving on to Friday, back to points races. We have Savage Sprint. We had Pete Ludwig, Dan Ficcaro, Alex Moyer. Big Block, Bob Mangler outrunning JGR.
I think that deserves a.
Yes. So second, we had Joe Ilg, and third was Pete Ludwig. SR10, Rob Storms. That was one. What, his first race?
Second race.
Second race.
Second race.
Tuesday.
Second
was his
race
first race.
ever
Yeah.
here with the SR10. And then Aaron Rochon. Good job, buddy.
What?
Kyosho Box Stock.
Yeah, okay.
Can we talk about that finish? Because that was a great finish there.
Yeah,
Go
get-
ahead.
get third.
And then
third.
Shannon Durr on
Shannon
SR10.
Durr?
Yep, Shannon Durr.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you kind of. Kern was coming out to win with on 3 and 4, and you just punted him out of the way.
I didn't put him out of the way. He flipped on his own because I went high. He flipped on his own.
Hi, Chad.
Hi, Chad.
Hi, Chad.
He hit
Come
the
here.
Datsun 3.4
Come
when
here,
I went
Chad.
high.
Come plug Halter Landscaping.
No one
Guys.
cares about Chad. We're talking this. Leave Chad alone.
No, he's got to get on.
Guys, let us know if you want Chad Kohler on your live feed.
Yes.
They're like, who?
No, everyone knows who Chad Kohler is.
Do they?
Yes.
Or Brad Kohler.
He's a JGR stable now driver.
So anyway, yeah, Kermit flipped all on his own. I didn't touch him at all
The
because I
initial
went
flip,
high.
Yes, Kermit was upside down
Yes.
by himself. He's the one who punted him 4 feet in the air across the finish line.
But
And somehow
Kermit,
the transponder still, or the loop.
but I was trying to help him get across the finish line because he was 5 feet from the finish
Yeah, but
line.
you sent him straight up in the air and then snuck under him so you could get the spot instead of him.
That was damn cool. You got it, man.
Yeah.
I just saw him upside down. I'm like, on my way to the finish line, I gotta hit him at least once.
That race, me and Cole could have used a whole thing of oxygen.
A piece.
A
That-
piece. It was just.
I don't understand how that race went the way it did. I got punted off behind the announcer stand somewhere in the pits. I don't know where my car was.
That was probably the most wrecks I've ever seen in the SR10 class.
It was
But
definitely
everybody
top
had
of
a
the
big
race.
smile on their face at the end of the race.
That is just how that class is.
I would at one point was 2 laps down, and I went what? I went a lap up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
We got a new name.
wild
I got a
race.
new nickname for Rob.
What?
Ricochet Rob Storms.
Okay.
Did you? Every time he hit the lady, he ricocheted off somebody. And
He
got,
didn't have a
and got
nick-
third.
He didn't have a nickname before.
That's why I said I got a nickname for him.
Okay.
So moving on, we have novice up next. We have Ray Horning, Brian Horning, and Pete Sapola.
That was also another wreck fest that me and Cole could use another oxygen tank
That
for.
was
Yeah,
that was
that-
terrible. I actually ended up breaking on that run.
I think that was the worst race I've ever seen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
pitiful.
terrible.
I mean, I've been a novice, and I know those are Wreckfest, but this was,
It was
far
bad.
above and
It was
beyond.
very bad on
So.
Friday.
You guys met the challenge. You accepted and went well past the goal.
Yeah, it's not hard to tell. Everybody had 2 races off.
Yeah.
So it's moving on. We have 12T Crate Late, Chad Kohler, Joe Ilg, and Pete Ludwig. Where's Chad at? Where's he at?
He left. He's scared.
Rookie, we had Jerry Dilks, Brian Beaver, Rick Burns. Vintage Mods, we had Aaron Roshan, good job, Steve Weller, and Kyle Horning. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
And 12T Sportsman, Pete Ludwig, Joe Ilg, and Chad Kohler with a podium JGR sweep. But we put a little something out on Friday for Fridays on.
Yeah, so me and Cole kind of had this idea sitting up there that we were tired of seeing JGR win, so we come up with the Bloodline bounty.
I literally wrote it on the envelope. Bloodline RC 12-turn bounty.
So there are 4 drivers in JGR. It is Joe Ilg, Pete Ludwig, Brett Ludwig, and Chad Kohler. If anybody other than those 4 can win, that person will get the bounty.
But
There has to- yes.
2 out of the 4 JGR drivers have to be running.
Here's the thing, though. If you let that bounty accumulate and you think you're a hot shoe and you can take this money, since we're lining up by points and points leaders go to the back, you come out about 3 weeks from now. You could start on the pole in the A main
so-
and maybe take it all.
That's
Is
just
our-
like
is our
John,
test lined
John
up for next week
Imhoff.
for
He
sure?
was, he started on the pole on Friday, and
He did.
he was doing pretty well, but then he ended up getting taken
So
up
we
in
should
sixth.
probably advertise that next week we do have legendary driver.
Oh, yeah, we have a huge name on the show next.
So next week,
that's
if we
right.
get the bounty up to $50, Dave Peak, can he take down JGR?
That'd be interesting to see if Dave Peake can come out here and take them down. So we'll see.
I mean, we can talk to him next Monday
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
Is that it for Friday?
Yeah, that was 12T Sportsman. That was the last I got. So
Kyle?
Oh, my next?
yeah,
Or do you want to wait because for Garrett?
True.
Yeah, yeah, we'll
All
wait.
right, so then we'll go to Fairgrounds RC Park.
well, here, real quick. You said something about what were we gonna mention? Thought we were gonna mention something.
We did.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
We
know.
did the bounty.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Fairgrounds RC from Saturday. 13.5 Mud Boss was won by honorary Bloodline member Kurt Nichols.
Hey, good job, Kurt.
Josh Merritt was second, and Jeff Wolf was third. 17.5 late model was won by Kyle Conklin. Brett Hollinger was second, and Scott Kazokis was third. 17.5 sprint car was won by Paul Martin, Tyler Lee second, and Kane Metzger third. Crate late model was won by Jeff Wolf with a 12-turn motor.
Wait, what?
Up against all the brushless.
That's
There you go.
Jeff Wolf won with a 12-turn motor. Ryan Bips was second, and then Chuck Eccles was third.
Okay.
That kind of sounds like Kyle running Ron Galley's 12-turn here
Against the big blocks.
against the big blocks and
Yeah.
taking the win.
Yeah.
Wingless sprint car was won by Jay Rogers from Jersey. Scott Kazokis was second, and Chuck Eccles was third.
Nice.
Novice was not won by Carter Roshinsky.
Wow.
wasn't
Somebody
there.
took him to. Oh. Okay.
Jason Wenzel with the win. Ian Rogers was second, and Coben Zartman was third. 12T Mud Boss was won by Chuck Eccles.
Sounds like he's got a sweep going.
Kane Metzger was second, and Jeff Wolf was third. Street Stock was won by Dickie Robbins. Second was Kurt Nichols, and third was Scott Kazokis.
Again, good job, Kurt.
Ultimate RC Pit Stop from yesterday, Sunday morning, afternoon. Mini Mud Boss was won by John Pauly. Second place was yours truly. And third was Mickey Greenwald in a rent ride. He had hands, and he drove.
Right up to third place.
Yeah.
Yes, that is Aaron's car, Skunk Boss. And hi, Tanner.
They had a full field for mini Bud Balls, too.
Yeah,
That was
we
impressive.
actually had a B main for Mini Mud Boss.
I saw that.
Legend Cars was won by Matt Kirkpatrick. Second was Jimmy Fulton. Third was Ricochet Rob Storms.
Nice.
Savage
I did
Sprint-
see that he was there. That's cool.
Yeah.
So now he's really getting into the racing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Savage Sprint Car was won by Billy Nye. TQ and second place was Mickey Greenwald. They have a TQ curse thing going on. Whoever TQs in Savage Sprint Car usually finishes second. I think it's like 4 races in a row it's ended up that way.
Jeez.
And then Matt Kirkpatrick broke up the Skittles Racing podium.
Okay.
So we have JGR here. They have the Skittles Racing guys, as
okay.
Mason Sassman called them the one week. SR10 was won by today's birthday boy, Mark Kloss of Oval RC.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday.
Oval RC, sponsor us.
Second was Ricochet Rob Storms and his son, Julian Storms, who actually won a heat race yesterday.
Nice.
12T was won by Lance Batdorf, who's a usual 5th scale driver. And he's been around the factory a few times. Came out and ran the carpet. Second place was birthday boy Mark Kloss.
Hey.
And third was Justin Good.
Was he good?
He was.
He was okay.
He was just any
Decent.
good. Just kind of good.
He was
Just
good
any
enough.
Oh, there he goes. You should have your pink Bloodline shirt on.
That was yesterday.
I saw that.
I got my Bloodline shirt on.
Do you? I got my Fizzland shirt on.
See, I have to wear this to try and get my job back. I was hired and fired as an Oval RC driver like 12 times yesterday. That concludes my results.
There we go.
We have 9 minutes, Kyle, if you want to kind of
Pontificate on the world and
go
Kyle's
nice
thoughts.
and slow about the factory's results.
Got lots of questions there, or just
No,
commentary?
it's literally all skunk boss.
What's Skunk Boss up to? Skunk Boss, you did your first off-road event yesterday, didn't
Yes,
you?
he finished second, I believe.
Yes,
Why
he did.
haven't
He
we-
did well.
Why haven't we had Skunk Boss call in?
You know what? That-
We're not there yet.
Yeah. Wow. Hey.
I would see him for episode 15.
Okay. Episode 15, Skunk. You're on.
Skunk boss likes your body, by the way.
Thank you.
It's highly illegal.
Skunk
It is
boss
a
got,
nice body.
It is. Thank you.
Skunk boss got third.
Nice.
Nice. Did you run novice or did you run?
He started last.
He ran novice.
He got
Okay.
third.
Skunk Boss, if you have an off-road car,
Have hands, we'll
and
drive.
we'll drive.
Skunk
I
Boss,
wanna
you
run
should
off
pick
road.
me because I already have done off-road and I know how to turn right.
Skunk Boss,
Unlike
I already-
some people here.
I have the raccoon hat, so you should just pick me.
But you don't know how to turn right.
Okay, factory results.
Ow! Well, let me call the man, okay?
Well, maybe we should do the results
You want to
first.
do results first, or you want
I
to
think do the results first because
Why don't you call? Hey, why don't you?
I don't think so.
Why don't you call him and ask him? Hey, do you want us to do the results on the phone? And if not, we'll just call you back.
No.
Let's just do it that.
All right.
Leading into our guest, Garett Williamson, who runs the show up there at the helps run the show at the factory in York, PA. We're going to go over the factory results from Saturday, and Kyle was there to do some live reporting.
Letting the bidding war begin. The first to get me 1,000 subs on YouTube. Ride is yours. From Skunk Boss. Done.
Okay.
We can't even get ourselves 1,000 subs, let alone somebody else.
I thought we did.
Well, we did, but
Oh,
that
okay.
took a while. So.
So,
Well, I'm gonna plug the absolute.
yeah,
Okay.
yo, go to Skunk Boss's channel and follow him. So, because I just plugged it, so I mean I would get the ride.
Right, if you have it,
Skunk Boss's channel is called From the Pits.
yeah,
So
Doc Talking Shop.
I plugged the actual channel.
If you want to find Skunk Boss, just go to our YouTube channel and we'll link right to him.
Right here, guys, right here.
Right here.
We'll put a link in the episode description of how you can find Skunk Boss's
It's on
channel.
Mother Truckers.
And since I do that, I get counted for all those that click through.
Skunk Boss,
So-
I'm not gonna beg for your love, so just pick me anyway. We all know who's a better driver here. It's definitely not me, but you would definitely have more fun as me as your driver.
You can just come along and hang out.
Okay, you got 6 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry, Skunk Boss kind of just hijacked our whole show. Are you eating?
That's why you should just be on the show. Why don't we just have Skunk Boss join us virtually all the time?
We should.
Do you have
Yeah.
a freaking robot that we could put Skunk Boss's
That'd be
face
cool.
on?
That'd
and
be
we could put a
cool.
skunk? All
We
right.
could just project him up there.
Wait a minute.
He could look like the giant skunky overlord.
Some Wizard of Oz stuff.
That would be Wizard of Oz shit.
By the way, I was stalling actually because when you slammed the freaking car on the table, I kind of got scared that you jetted the mic, so I was kind of stalling till we got to that point. So, all right, we were at the I was at the factory. It's a pretty cool
The
time.
Horning clan was at the factory.
Yes.
No,
Now
think it was only
they
three.
really changed that track since the last time we were there,
Dude,
haven't
they
they?
had
No, it's still an oval.
it is an oval. It's brown, Hatchet Victory Lane, like every other track.
I just got a really good idea.
Well, save it. We got good idea sections
Can we
coming up
make
much
a
later.
dirt triangle?
Yeah,
Dirt Pocono.
yeah,
Can we do that?
I can barely go in a circle. All right.
I mean, there's one less turn. It should be easier for you.
Actually,
I mean, we always screw up that
I don't
last
like
turn.
that. No, there's actually 6 turns.
You only got 3 turns now.
There's actually 6 turns.
Yeah.
Because it goes like this, so it's really 6 turns.
What are you doing? A loop somewhere up in the top?
Because it's not
I
actually.
just made a clover.
Screw it. Let's make Cloverleaf track.
No,
There we go.
figurine.
All right.
All right.
Go son.
13-5 Big Block Mud Boss. Won by Chris Fletcher, Brock Hefner second, and Guy, what was his last name? Because you pronounced it. What, you're just stuffing your face.
What was it? Now speak. Speak.
Intellisano.
If you say so. 360
I did
7.
say so.
You did. 360 17-5 sprint. Nate Gallagher, Todd Ravel second,
Right, Todd.
Yay, Todd!
and Will
He's
Lappa
like-
Lapdog third.
Todd's
Lappa Lappa?
Will Lappa Lapdog.
Yeah, Lappa Lappa.
Hey,
Yeah.
what class was that?
That was
the
360 17-5 sprint.
What's a 360 sprint, Kyle?
It's a little bit smaller than a 410.
Okay.
It's basically novice 17-5 sprint.
Okay.
The way I got it told.
All right.
Colby just left, so
Bye, Cole.
17.
Should we follow him? He just went to the bathroom.
No,
I mean,
that's
we could
against a
take the
that's
camera.
against a bunch of guidelines.
Oh, okay.
Not just one.
17-5 late model.
Yeah.
George Williamson.
Nice.
Rush Lebo second. Casey has third. 12T Mud Boss. He has been dominant at the factory this year. Brock Hefner.
Wow.
He is. I mean, I think he's won almost every race up there that he's running on 12 thirds.
That's awesome.
Steve.
We need his setup.
We do.
Yeah, that will solve a lot of problems.
Steve Goodhart was second. Kurt Kosminski third. 410 17-5 was Phil Cooper, Rush Lebo,
Ross!
and Casey Hess was third.
Yeah, Casey. You're
Yeah.
gonna give Russ all the love. I mean, what about Casey?
What about Phil Cooper? He won.
Yay, Phil!
Good job, Phil. Novice was Larry Testerman,
Hey, I know that guy.
Jeff Mumper, and Camden Kaminsky. I
Okay.
definitely butchered your name.
No, that looks like you did it right.
Savage Sprint was a horning top 3.
You probably
Who's that?
And you
threw that
had
in.
hands and you
We were
drove.
the only top 3, and I got a special thanks to Terry Lease. He walked up and says, "Anyone want a Savage Sprint car ride?" I'm like, "Well, I got hands and wheel drive, so I jumped in it."
You did all right.
Yeah, it did.
He did so well with that car, he took it home because he bought it.
I did buy it.
Yeah.
I couldn't turn it down. I had the fastest thing in the heat race. It was definitely driver error. But I had a pretty good compliment. I was the easiest driver that he's ever driven for him. And that was Brock Hefner runs for him. And so does Johnny Springs also runs that car.
Oh, wow.
These two.
No, he was still doing it until I bought it, yeah.
Oh, what a jerk.
He was the last one to run that car.
So now you're gonna let him drive your car.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
But Terry comes up to me and goes, "Do you want me to wash your tires? Like, do you want me to wash tires?" I'm like, "No, I don't care." He's like, "Do you want to run practice?" I'm like, "No, if I run practice, I'll do worse." He comes up to me,
That
he's
is
like,
a fact.
he comes up to me, he's like, do you care? I'm like, "I'll just adapt to my driving." He's like, you literally don't care, and you'll just go out there and do good.
Can
And
I
he,
be your hired gun tomorrow?
no, that track will not. The Savage Sprint will not be running at Pheasantland.
Not even outdoor?
It'll be running outdoors. It's gonna be a dirt car,
Okay.
sprint car, because they're faster and they're gonna make a lot of junk.
Yeah.
Sean Horning won the race.
Nice.
I was second, and Kerm took home third.
Nice.
Was there anybody in fourth?
There was, Kyle Larson.
Gee, no wonder it was a running podium.
I'm just. I wanted to comment on that picture so many times to be like, so is it the Horning sprint car class?
It was, but today I got a text from Matt Groover that said, next time you go up, you better text me because I'm going up with you.
Nice.
Well, Matt should just come here and race with us.
No, he won't.
I know.
He likes dirt.
I miss racing with Matt. He was fun
It
to
is
race
8
with.
o'clock, sir.
I know, that's what
Okay.
I'm going to call our special guest.
We're going to dial some digits.
Garrett.
Yo, is this like legendary driver Garrett Williamson from the factory RC?
I don't know about legendary, but it's Garrett.
You're pretty legendary at the factory and pretty well known.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a one-track wonder, I guess you could say, but...
Hey, that's like me.
So you're a Brandon Graw? Well, Garrett, I was there, and I know you didn't have that good of a night. You were doing good, and you kind of got a lot of wrecks.
Yeah, just trouble in the first round. I mean, it is what it is. Nice thing about there, though, if you fall behind within a lap or two, you could something else happens to maybe the guy that's ahead of you, or he gets jostled or something happens. You can get back around him and actually still be in contention of something. It's not like you're completely out of the game either.
What people might not realize is Garrett is, I'd say, a co-owner, promoter of the factory RC out of York. It is the toughest, fastest little bull ring you will ever run on. You agree with that?
I've ran on quite a few bull rings. And I've been racing for about 10 years now. This is actually the 10th year. But the factory, it definitely, last year I can tell you we didn't have as much consistency. We added a little bit of dirt this year, and just some minor things to the track itself made it like, total, the straightaways are about 4 foot longer, at both ends. We widened the bump outs out in the corners just to use a little bit more of the racetrack. And I've also added banking more this year, and I'm trying to get more consistent banking, because I want a track that has more than just one groove on the bottom. That way, even if you miss a line, the guys are so determined about hitting that bottom mark, and it's so crucial at everywhere I've ever raced. And I'm like, well, I want there to be an option that if you miss the line, you still have a chance to be right there with the guy ahead of you. And the places, you can run the middle and the bottom. I'm still working on getting the top. But you can run the middle and the bottom, and you can be right there. I mean, I watched Cooper, who won the 410 race this past weekend. He was running around the bottom, and then he actually moved up. And he was running faster laps, because I went back and actually looked at his times. And Lebo wasn't completely around the bottom either. They were about halfway up. So the fact that the track is willing to offer multiple grooves is a win for me, because that means the track prep that I'm doing is in the right direction of where I'm going with it. Also, it just makes it more fun, because you can have we've had so many multiple car battles over the past couple weeks, and the racing has been extremely good. I mean, it's back and forth at times. I mean, we do have them guys that'll pull the Hail Marys and try a slider on entry, and I can't tell you how many times I've been crossed up on entry and still I'm right there with the guy ahead of me. But to answer your question and your comment, I would say, yeah, the factory's probably, if not the one of the toughest tracks for mostly consistency right now. Definitely in Pennsylvania, I would say, because it's always even. I mean, it takes a lot, and it is what it is. I mean, it's the factory. That's what everyone knows about.
I don't know if you realize this, but I was in Terry's car. You know, Brock's old Savage Sprint ride.
Oh yes, yeah.
And
the
he-
51.
He was like telling me, he's like, you're running too low. You gotta run the outside. It's the faster way around. And when I went up there, I got a lot faster. And you can put the right rear on the wall and drive around everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's that they. Well, you have that option. I mean, that's the key thing that I wanted to give people. That, I mean, we watched Hunter Mackinson, the owner of the factory. He was in the back of the C main, and you can go back on the live feed if you watch Live RC, the videos, and you can watch Hunter. He started 8th. When he went into 1 the first time, he put almost like kips, the right side against the guardrail, went the whole way around half the field, came off of 2, and went from 8th to 3rd, went into 3, went from 3rd to the 1st, and then went back into 1 and overran the corner and went from 1st to 8th. So he definitely, it's there. I mean, that's the big thing. I mean, I don't like guys, I don't want it to be known as the track that, you got to put your body against the wall and beat the heck out of your body, but there's enough banking where if you enter just a little bit below that, you can be consistent and just as fast as the guy that's running around the bottom or the middle.
I like it because when you sit there on the outside of the track, it feels like you're on a dirt track because you always get dirt thrown on you.
Yeah, I mean we've literally tried to make it as real as possible. I mean, I've talked and I've watched with my big car experience that I had racing for a few years. I was able to watch and see how the guys actually prep the racetrack. And the concept that a real racetrack does, it's pretty close to what we do actually. Between the tearing up, the watering, the running in before guys show up. I mean, it's basically almost the same procedure, and the track seems to react almost the same. You can stand in turn 3, and you can feel the air off the cars, and you can feel dirt and the dust flying at you like you're standing on Pier Hill at Williams Road.
Mm-hmm. And you know, we really improved the factory this year. I know you added more tables, like you said, you added more banking, and you even got a freaking a sink to wash your tires off, and you can already built in air. So you have one of the best facilities for dirt racing for just in the driver's perspective because you have everything.
That's the name of the game. That's what I told Hunter. Like we started running. I'm sure a couple of you guys might remember. We ran a couple Wednesdays over the summer.
Me and Aaron were there for the one.
Yes.
We were there for the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, unfortunately, you saw, I mean, it's outdoor season. There's not a lot of guys that like to run indoor.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had to deal with that. And we ended up saying, okay, we're going to end the Wednesday night races over the summer. And we're just going to move on and put our efforts, since we have a couple months, into the racetrack. So, a lot of people enjoy the facility that Hunter and I have been able to put together. I can't say enough. I've had a few guys come. Will Lappa's been a huge help. I can't say enough for that guy. I mean, he's been there every Tuesday night, busting his butt to help us and to make sure that we can have a facility to run at every week. But yeah, I mean, like you said, we have our sink, full cleaning station. There's a fan that blows air, basically the dusty air you make right back outside. Right above that, recycling air too, to make sure the basement stays like just fresh air, not like get we had a couple issues last year where we didn't have any really circulation of air down there, and the air almost got a little stuffy.
Yeah, I remember that from last year.
Yeah, so that, and I mean, after the Christmas Nationals last year, I was actually sick for 2 days, and I was like, it was because of that, and I was like, yeah, we can't have that. We have, we almost had 60 people down there. I'm like, I can't have a facility where guys are getting sick after they race.
Mm-hmm.
So the big part of us at the factory, we do everything for the mentality is to do everything for the racers. We try to give back. We do everything we can. We provide all the necessary items we think that is needed to race at a dirt track with your RC stuff. That's the big thing. I mean, the biggest concern is the racers, because if it's not for the racers, we don't have a place. There's no pointless to have a place.
Yep. It's one of those things that some people don't realize. If you don't have the drivers, then you don't have a track.
Correct. I mean, it's the same thing with the big cars, and it's the same thing with everything. If you don't have people that are going to be there to support you and get you through the times you need, and basically to just provide a race, you ain't going to do it. I mean, it's not going to work. I've tried to also work with multiple tracks. Bloomsburg, the fairgrounds. Doug and I mean, we talked a little bit at the beginning of the year, and it just to make sure that we try not to plan over each other's races, to give the racers enough time, so that way we could work. It was just, the big thing was just to make sure that to give back the most we could to the racers. We have a couple bigger races this year also. Obviously, Jim McKeon we brought on for the Mud Boss Nationals, January 27th and 28th. Next week, we have our Christmas Nationals on December 16th and 17th, 16th on a Friday night, 17th on a Saturday. And we're going to be putting out about $1,600 to give back to the racing guys, the guys that are running. Now, here the thing is, the Christmas Nationals is mostly aimed for the sprint car and late models. The Mud Boss Nationals is more aimed for the 12-turn novice, 13.5 Mud Boss, crate lights, and the SC mods. There's a payout for every single one of them classes throughout the year. So, like the Christmas Nationals, I have actually the paper right here. Between both winners, if you would win the 17.5, well, it's not 17.5, both classes are open motor for the Christmas Nationals, just to hope maybe bring some guys from out of town in. First is paying $150 for sprint, and first and late model is paying $150. Second, for the same payout for both classes. Second is 100, third is 80, fourth is 70, fifth is 60, fifth is 40. I mean, sixth is 50, 40, and 30, basically all the way down to 8. And then if you make the B from the 8th, you get $10 for making the B.
Sweet.
So we're trying to make sure we give back to the racers, obviously. It's a $40 entry fee for the first class, $35 per second, with them two classes though. With the 12 turn, the 13.5, and the novice, you guys are going to get trophies, awards, and it's $25 an entry fee for the 12 turn, 13.5, and the novice. The Mud Boss Nationals, that's a little bit more, just obviously with the amount of money we're actually be bumping up the payout $50 more for that race to win. Between the 12 turn and the 13.5 Mud Boss, you guys they'll get $200 to win. The second is $125. Third is, I believe that's $90. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40 from first to 8th. And then it's the same thing. B main qualifiers, third to 8th, gets a $10. We have a crate late payout for that race. We have an SC mod payout for that race. We're just trying to give back and trying to help everyone out, because we obviously know things aren't always the cheapest right now too.
Yeah, I remember last year you had your Mud Boss Nationals, and I think that was one of the first bigger race that I won for the novice class last year. That was a fun day.
Yeah, the biggest thing with us is I don't deal with none of the BS. I'm as straightforward, and I stand by the rules that we post. We did have an issue at the beginning of the year, and it was resolved. Unfortunately, Brock had a little bit of an issue, and I said, buy our rule package. You have to get. I'm going to have to disqualify him. So our announcer, I had to disqualify him, and he had to start in the very back of the last meeting because I'm not. I stick by my rules, and it doesn't matter who you are. You follow the rules, and that's basically final. I mean, I want this to be a fun, enjoyable race, and I'm not a fan of cheating. I'm not a fan of any of that. So, I mean, it's straightforward. You go by our rules. I mean, if anyone has any questions, we have the rules posted on our website, on the Facebook page. And if you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to us at the factory, or you need to reach out to me on my personal. I'll answer any questions.
You know, I bet even putting Brock in the back of the main, he probably still won the thing, didn't he?
He ran all the way up through he started last in the E main, won every main, and ended up having the field in the A main 2 laps down. He won the A main too. He won every main on the way up through there.
I mean, when you put in mud balls together to try to stop Brock, because he looks a little unstoppable right now.
I was I last year I put one together, and it was definitely the task of the night to try and beat Brock because he was always there. He was the fastest guy. It was honestly fairly difficult to try and stay with him. I mean, he's fast, and I give anyone who's just as fast a pat on the back. Terry Lease is his car owner, and he got that figured out. I ended up actually convincing Brock and Terry they're going to Motorama this year for the first time, and they want to try and represent the factory this year at Motorama. So we ended up ponying up, and we got Hunter. Hunter and I ended up paying for his entry fee for Motorama, so he's going to be representing the factory and hopefully doing really good at Motorama this year.
Well, knowing Brock and Terry, they're definitely gonna make a name for themselves out there.
I truly think that them two they're definitely going to be ones to watch. Obviously, you got some really fast guys coming. I mean, the guy that everyone knows is Dave Beek.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's like a legend in the mud boss stuff, it seems like.
Well, speaking of Dave, he's gonna be on our show next week.
Okay. Yeah, he's. I'm gonna have to tune in for that because hopefully maybe he'll spill a couple secrets or something. Because man, that guy is fast.
He
That's
gets
for sure.
lucky and misses racks.
Brock is lucky and misses racks.
Yeah, that's what he said on camera.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey man, I mean, that's a big thing at the factory. I mean, if you can stay out of it a little bit, that can be huge at the end of the race. So.
That's
Yeah. Oh, that's a big thing here as well. I would have to say that's mainly a big thing across the board. Just stay clean wherever you are.
at the factory. You could literally go from leading to 3 laps down to back on the lead lap in 7 laps.
Yep.
It just depends, you know, because it's so small that if someone spins into turn 1 or turn 2 and just hits that and gets stuck on the berm, man, you just pile in.
I mean,
But like, it's good now that you have the outside because you could go up there and go around the racks.
yeah, it's not like it's pinned down around the mountain.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is too. I don't like the track getting too fast because it seems like every time this year we broke 61 laps. It's actually Brock, Hunter, and I have noticed that if we break 61 laps in the fast, like the sprint cars of the late model, or even the mud bosses are up around 60, it's normally a wreck fest.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I mean you're going that fast around that place, and it's a boring. I mean stuff happens quick. But that's also why we started doing a resurface in between the first and second round, just to kind of keep the track fairly close to what it is. I mean, normally the bosses are around the 12th turn, they're around 55 to 57 laps. Maybe towards the end of the night, depending on entries. We might be around closer up to the 60s, but it's not like we're at the 60s at the beginning of the second round. That's the big thing that Hunter Brock and I are definitely looking at, depending on making sure the track space might sit around closer also, but it's not like we're in the 60s at the beginning of the second round. That's I feel like I've been able to change Brock and I's game this year, just to prevent the holes, just to keep it sealed a little bit more, not as rough and bumpy.
Aaron. Sorry, we're trying to work on something. But yeah, well, since Hunter's not on the phone, we could blame him. I mean, we couldn't really do track prep because somebody didn't plug the tractor in.
Yeah. That is actually, yeah. He was, there was some conspiracies that there was a couple guys, because they were thankful that it stayed the same. And they were like, oh, there was some conspiracies that someone left the tractor on and they unplugged the tractor to make sure that the tractor couldn't be ran. Because at the factory, I don't know if there's another place that does this, but we have actually an electric tractor, so we can do the track in between the first and second round without fuming the basement out with carbon monoxide. That's a big thing. We don't want the guys to go home with a headache or CO2 or any of that in their system, obviously. So we ended up running it up, buying a little Guest Garett, and it works great. I mean, we pull people around on the drag. I mean, it's got plenty of torque. I mean, it's fun as can be. So.
I was sitting there. You guys just got the tractor on the track, and he's like, "Well, I don't think we're making any more laps because this thing's dead."
Yeah, Hunter didn't plug it in this past weekend. Said he was gonna, but he got sidetracked. Imagine that.
Yeah, because Hunter has nothing to do anyway.
Yeah. Well, I tell him that. I'm like, oh, that's why you sit in an office all day and don't do nothing all day. You watch all your guys out in the shop do everything.
Hunter just the elevator operator. That's all he does.
Yeah. I'm gonna get him a suit and one of the fancy hats and
a bellhop.
Bellhop, yeah, there you go.
He's gonna be the doorman. So.
Get him a tip jar and everything.
Yeah. Gotta make some money somehow.
So we didn't really get into it, but you did run big cars for a little while, didn't you?
I did, yes. I ran actually a Super Sportsman at Babs, Lincoln, the Grove. I've won a couple of races, and I was able to get some big car experience. I did unfortunately have to get out of it. With a couple, just had a couple minor wrecks, but the big thing was, unfortunately, where my dad's shop is, we ended up having to. The state came in and is buying the property from us, eminent domain, and taking the building and the property from us. We have to move, so we need all the money we can get to build a new shop. So I ended up having to hang the helmet and the suit up for a little while. Hopefully I'm not done racing. I'm still looking for an opportunity, and I'll put that thing up front for sure any night. So.
Your dad runs too, doesn't he?
He's actually my uncle did.
Okay, your uncle.
My uncle was Kramer Williamson.
Okay.
Tragically passed away back in 2000. I think it was 14.
Yeah, something like that.
One night I was actually racing RC cars.
Wow.
I was at Stop Brothers RC Speedway down in running foam tire. So that was a rough one for sure. I mean, dealing with that, but. Now we're on to bigger, better things, and now I play with toy cars every week. So
I gotta bring up one thing: is if you never watched Garrett race, and I mean not his car, you need to watch Garrett's hands while he races. You couldn't believe he drives that car. You might be the shakiest person I've ever seen run an RC car.
So he's just kind of like.
Well, I can tell you some stuff. So, Guy and Tolosano and I don't ever put us together on a stand because we will probably shake the driver's stand off the feet that's standing on. Because he shakes just as bad as me, and I say he shakes worse. We have this argument about this every week about why we're both shaking and everything every time we're standing beside each other on the stand. And then I call it shakes per minute instead of mile per hour. But yeah, I mean I shake. I mean, I'll shake all day long. I shake in the pits. I shake on the stand. I shake with the wheel. Normally, it gets really bad whenever I'm racing.
Is it true
I
you
never
wear
shook.
out the
I never did shake in a big car. The adrenaline took that out. The only time remembering that I shook in a big car was there was a red flag stop, and my car was idling on the front stretch, and my foot started shaking on the throttle pedal, so it was revving up a little bit as the foot was shaking. But yeah, that's about the only time I ever shook in a big car. But yeah, I've been shaking since 2013.
So,
So
for the people watching at home here, I'm going to do a demonstration of Garrett racing, and this is what he's ripping the outside. I mean, dude.
Does he maybe have a Wii mode in that thing?
Dude,
Like he's got to shake it?
you would think he's got a steering wheel in his hand and ripping a 410 around the outside because the way his hands move.
I mean, I've already shook my hand off the wheel.
I believe it.
I've had to grab the wheel with my thumb and turn the car with my thumb, and then re-grip my hand on the wheel. Like it's gotten bad over the past couple of years. I did go and get it checked. I do actually have a tremor, so I'm dealing with that right now. And they gave me some med stuff that hopefully it resolves the issue a little bit. I don't shake my hand off the steering wheel near as much. But yeah, I mean I've learned to adapt to it. I've won a decent amount of races shaking the stand. But yeah, I mean, it's always interesting. I keep it interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
So we have a couple questions for you if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So a question from Jennifer Gastley is, how do you prepare differently for big events like the Chili Bowl this year and Motorama, while staying focused on prep for weekly shows and maintaining the factory's track?
I would say Jennifer Gastley. It's funny because that's actually my girlfriend.
She didn't want you to feel bad, so she had to write in.
I'm gonna be the smart one in this decision, and I'm gonna say that it's because of her, and she makes me very happy and calm. And I had to make the big boy decision on that one. I took the high road. Yes, I did.
You're not in the
But yeah,
doghouse tonight.
I would say it's because of her, but honestly, I mean, I would say the track obviously is my number one concern. Just to get back to the racers, I did not take the managing position over at the factory to not care about anyone when the big races come around. Obviously, we do take off for those weeks. It's funny, actually, this worked out. Hunter is actually going on vacation the weekend of Chili Bowl, and I'm going to the Chili Bowl. So it works out that I'm going to be we won't be racing that weekend here. I do highly recommend, if anyone's not going, to tune in to the Chili Bowl. But also, if you don't want to do that, go race at Bloomsburg at the fairgrounds. I promote anyone I can, other tracks as much as I can, try to help them out. I mean, my biggest thing I look at when I have to prep for like these big races I start like in 3 months in advance. It just comes down to like keeping your tires. I mean, getting your tires and everything in sort. With Chili Bowl, obviously, there's different tires. They're all prepped. I mean, I have all my tires ready to go. Right now, it's just fine tuning, going over the cars. I'm making new bodies to go out there, so I'm going to have a new design when I go out there. It's just basically cleaning my stuff up so that way is presenting it the best I can for these big races. The big thing is too, though, tires is big. That's just a big thing in RC racing. I would say that.
We have a special comment here. I keep him in check is the real answer from Jennifer Gasly. And I don't know if you know Skunk Boss. He's kind of a legend around Oval RC and us now. But he said it's not really a question because I like the fact that he brought up the rules, especially when they're enforced. Keep up the awesome work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, tell that guy. We appreciate him. I hope I can meet him in person someday at the factory or at another RC track.
So do we.
Yeah.
Too bad he's in New York.
No, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, sorry.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look out for him, and if hopefully he says something or hits me up or something, because I'd love to talk to him and whatever he needs.
So when you coming out to Pheasant Land and running around the roller rink? I know Brock's been hearing pretty good at it. What about you?
I'd have to talk to Terry. I don't know a mud boss anymore.
Yo, I got you. I have a donor car you can run.
I'd be glad to go up and try it out. I've never raced on a hardwood floor with rubber down. It'd definitely be something a little different out of my zone because my biggest thing is obviously dirt. Yeah, I'd love to get up there and try it out. I ran at the track out back, the dirt track out back. I think it was a couple years ago. It wasn't this past year. It was, I think, it was the year before.
Mm-hmm.
I ran a couple times.
Well, that track changing out too. That track added a lot more banking.
That's what I've seen from the pictures and everything. You guys have been doing a heck of a job.
The way to describe it, it's a bigger factory, I would say.
Yes.
It's a bigger.
That's always a good thing.
It's fast and fun. I'll tell you that.
That's my cup of tea.
Well, we got to get you out next year. We're talking about doing another Bloodline race. So that means you got to come out.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys run. I stay in touch with when you guys are racing. I don't know what all classes you guys run at Pheasant Land. But yeah, I'd love to get out there and try it out. Try some hardwood floor racing, and definitely I want to get out to your dirt oval at some point too.
No, the biggest thing is me and Growler. We got to get out to the factory.
Yeah, we do.
Growler's never been out there. I've been out there, and I really love the place. But
I'm not gonna brag, but I was the first novice point champion there.
you were only because Brandon didn't run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Brandon was there, you'd be second.
Probably.
You'd be the second place in novice.
I like my small tracks.
I mean, I do have a spare vintage car that I ran at the factory on Saturday.
There you go.
I did see that.
That dude, you would love that thing. You could run that thing anywhere.
Yeah, I saw you making a couple laps in practice. I saw that thing. I was like, that must be. I saw who was driving. I was like, oh, that must be the things they run at Pheasant Land.
Yeah, it was definitely a handful because I still had the Pheasant Land setup in.
Hardwood floors and dirt. That's like two ends of the spectrum. Complete different ends.
Hey, I ran the same car last year for novice.
Oh yeah.
So I have a question. You're the first guest to reach out to us to be a guest. Why was that?
Honestly, I'm trying to promote as much as I can the factory. That's the big thing. I want to. I know you guys have a heck of a following. I know you guys are still trying to get to. I think it's 17,000 subscribers this month, right, on TikTok.
Or you could donate $500 and I'll shave my beard December 17th.
All goes to a good cause.
It's all going to a fellow. He was you know Dylan McNichol, right?
I've heard of him.
Well, they're not married, so not father-in-law, but he used to race Grandview, Glenn Strunk.
Okay.
Now, he had cancer pretty bad, and we're going to raise some money and support him.
Oh,
So I'm gonna shave my. We're actually me, Brandon, and Culp are gonna shave if we hit 500 or 1,000.
1,000 by the 17th.
McNichols gonna shave his head.
And McNichol's gonna shave his head if we hit 1,000 in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So.
Good deal.
What was the other question you had for him? Does he wear out his steering wheel?
Oh yeah, Brock says, this is no lie. He wears out the foam on the wheel. Ask him.
So I have a Sanwa M17 radio, and I got that about 2 months before Motorama last year. So we're right about around a year from there now, since I got it, and I have gone through 3 foams on the steering wheel because I rubbed the foam the whole way down to the steering wheel to shake.
Wow. You know, I have remote.
People
I have
run my cars. People.
I have transmitters from 30 years ago that I still haven't worn the phones.
Well,
So-
if you ever feel like taking the phones off, I'm glad to always get some extra phones for my steering wheel.
So thank you for coming on.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but no, yeah, Brock, he's not wrong. I do wear out the steering wheel. And Hunter actually, and was like, man, you wore that phone down. I was like, yeah, I did. I was shaking. He's like, I'm going to have to give you my phone because that actually feels pretty comfortable. I said, well, I'll trade you. So he liked when the phone was flattened out and he could rest his thumb right on there and drove the car. Like, man, this is more comfortable. I was like, well, there's a little trick for you. If you ever feel like trying that, just give me your phone, give me about a month, and I'll wear the phone out for you, and you can slap it back on your steering wheel.
I mean, once we get up there again, I'm videotaping. I'm just letting you know, I'm videotaping you driving with your shakiness for TikTok and YouTube.
Actually, it was asked, I will need a video of that, please.
I'll just be a blur, probably.
Camera won't be able to focus.
Can you put your camera in focus? We are in focus. It's just, it's scary.
How much you shave?
I can tell you this: you give me a cup with some ice cream and some milk in it, and within 4 minutes, I'll have a perfectly shaken.
All right, so we're duct taping a cup to his hands while he's racing. All right, sounds like
Milkshakes
some
after the race.
Yeah.
There.
Have hands will be
Makes you, makes
Another
you,
way I can get back to the racers.
another way you can bring back to the race.
We need to make a custom shirt for Garrett.
Yeah.
A bloodline shirt. Have hands, we'll make milkshake.
Have hands, don't stop moving. Have hands, we'll shake.
So I actually gotten a video taken of me the very first time I ran Motorama, which was from this year. It was, I think, 3 years ago. And this is when I believe we were, I don't know, there was like a real small track on the outside of the 8 scale track in the one arena. And there was just a platform. And I think they were like saying how you got up onto the stand. It wasn't even like stairs. It was just a hay bale stand there. And you're still in a hay bale to get up on the driver's stand. Well, it was only a platform. But now they've upgraded it. It's awesome now. But they ended up videoing me. And it was the first time someone could see me from the back. And my legs were shaking. And my butt was shaking. And everything was shaking. And somehow the car was still running around the racetrack. It looked like I was having almost a seizure on top of the driver's stand at one point. It was that bad. So.
Dude, when I first seen you do that, I'm like, who is the guy shaking? There's no way that car's pressed. Oh my God, he's running the wall. And I mean, he's running the wall with the crate with the late model. I'm like, how's he not wrecking this thing?
Awesome.
But before we let you go here, Garrett, because we've been on for 40 minutes with you, you got anything you want to promote? I know the 17th you got a big sprint car race coming up.
Yeah. The big thing next on the plan for the factory is the Christmas Nationals. We need a amount of entries to be able to cap off and be all right, but I truly think we could do it. The schedule I actually have it right here. We're gonna run practice on Friday night from 1 p.m. in the afternoon to 8 p.m. And it's $10 to practice. Saturday the doors open at 8. Practice starts at 9. Runs till 10:30. with this race, we're combining. I heard you guys, I think, say about you weren't sure what the 360 and the 410 class was earlier. The 360 is basically just the beginner's sprint car class, and the 410 is a little bit more experience. So if you guys ever get a sprint car and you aren't maybe sure of it, instead of just throwing you right in there with the bulls, you have a class where you can kind of get your feet wet with the deal, and then move up to the 4th class whenever you feel like you're ready. But for this race, we are combining it, and we're going to have, starting at 11 a.m., we're going to do a seeding round, just to kind of give a little bit of a chance for anyone to maybe get up there that maybe not is always up there.
Mm-hmm.
The round, and then we'll run one round. We'll run 2 rounds of qualifying. In between the first and second round, we'll do a track resurface, and then allow 30 minutes of practice. And then right after the second round, we'll go right into the mains. We have not missed it yet this year. We've been done by 6:30 at the latest. So that's the big thing for me is I want to make sure I get the show done early enough. That way you guys can get on your way and still maybe do something Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
That way we're not taking up the whole day.
So one last thing is we didn't talk about it at all. The factory upstairs does have an off-road course.
Yeah. Sean Duffy is the head man up there. 110 scale carpet off-road track, and then also we have the 118 scale 1RC track downstairs on the first floor right beside the hobby shop.
Mm-hmm.
So technically there's 3 tracks in the building. We did talk about doing something else. I mean, we have 100,000 square foot that we could use in the building. We've talked about also maybe putting a rock crawling course in there. That was the original deal. It fell through. There's talk about a possible couple other things in there, which is still in the works. I can't really spill yet, but there's some.
Wait, are you sure? Are you sure you can't? Not even a hint.
Nah, I can't yet.
I don't know. It sounds like you were thinking about it. It sounds like you can.
We're working on it right now. We're talking about it. I can't blow the secret.
So how about we make a deal here? When you can reveal the secret, you make it on Bloodline.
I can do that.
Sweet.
Right.
We like exclusives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Garrett. Well, I'll see you in a couple weeks. I'll be back up in the factory, but
And I'll be with them.
you'll be with me.
And he'll be with too. Yeah.
I do want to say a couple of things. Just the guys that back me. TQ, Shine, Race Ready Products. I saw you guys have some of that on the table.
Mm-hmm.
They came along this year. Love their stuff. Great product. Truly thankful
Absolutely,
for
man.
them guys helping me out. Obviously, Custom Works, RSP Cars, they've done a ton for me. They're sponsoring a couple races this year at the factory, along with Papa Willie's, Fry Racing, and GW Designs. Those I had to say. But big thing is we have the billboards outside of the racetrack all the way around.
Billboards
Obviously,
look awesome, by the way.
yeah, you guys are the ones that could help that, and you did, and we really appreciate it. The billboard looks, I think it definitely makes it look a whole different perspective, almost like a real racetrack, because we tried to scale size them as much as we could. But yeah.
Well, Cage rather asks, is there any plans on enlarging the dirt oval in the future? And I can almost answer that as no, because there's no more room.
So, as of now, no. 5 years down the road, Hunter and I did talk about turning it and making it long ways in the basement.
Oh.
Oh.
If we would do that, that would be a huge, not only an investment, it would take tons of time to plan, because with obviously the beams we have, the elevator we use, pit area, what we would do there, it would all have to be kind of like dived out just to make it work. It would be pretty tough, but if we ever wanted to do it, we probably could, because Hunter and I, once we get our mindset on something, it's going to happen, period. There was also talk about us possibly opening an outdoor track. we aren't sure if that's going to happen within the next 5 years, but we have talked about possibly doing an outdoor track down towards York, and basically it would be outgrowing, or not outgrowing, but basically enlarging the factory. Not only do we have an indoor facility during the winter, we now have an outdoor facility we race at during the summer. So, and I mean, I would work the schedule in with other tracks. I definitely wouldn't want to step on anyone's feet. It would probably only be a 2 or 3 races a month deal too. It wouldn't be in every single week. Again, that would just be working with all the tracks around here, because we are. The nice thing about racing in the winter is we only have Bloomsburg to really race with.
Yeah, on
and we can
Saturday.
work
On
together
Saturday,
pretty
yeah.
easy. With the outdoor, obviously, there's a good bit more tracks. So we got to take in consideration of everyone additional, not only us, that we try to the best we can.
It's a really good thing. You kind of wish the big tracks, like actual big race car tracks, would do that more often.
Right. I mean, obviously, heck, we had a billboard bought by Danny Dietrich. He bought one this year. Joe Cotta, he races 360s. They bought one this year. Danny has talked about coming in and possibly racing the Christmas Nationals. But I don't know if that's going to be able to happen, but he did because of his schedule. But we did talk about him coming in for a couple of these big races. Also, Billy Dietrich.
Yeah. My new goal is to flip over the Dietrich side.
Well, we already have one clear, but you definitely could put your tally and your name right beside that as well. So
It's either flip over the Dietrich or go through the bloodline. Either whatever comes first.
well, hey, if you ever feel like you want to take it out that the Triple J sign, you're more than welcome to, because I aim for it every week.
All right, well, Garrett, we're gonna let you go here. Well, thank you for coming on.
Hey, thanks for having me. You guys always, you guys do an awesome job, and I wish the best in the factory and everyone a part of us. So we wish the best for you guys with Bloodline, and we look forward to seeing what the future holds for you guys as well.
Thank you. I know in a couple weeks we get your announcer coming on. Brock's coming on in January.
Oh yeah, oh sweet. I can't wait to hear that one.
All right, Garrett. Thank you.
Thank you, Garrett.
Thank you, Garrett.
Appreciate it.
See you soon.
See ya.
That was pretty fun.
That was pretty cool.
It was. But it's really cold in here, isn't it?
I don't think it's actually cold. It's pretty nice in here.
I'm wearing shorts though, so.
Yeah, I'm freezing.
I'm pretty warm.
It's time to put that heat on Merkel.
So, our next segment are
Shout out of the week.
You didn't do it right. You gotta do the shout out of the week. Yeah, really.
He's freezing, so.
all right.
I'm not the one that does it, that's why.
Forward, Stevenson?
No.
No. So our shout out of the week is going to be to birthday boy Mr. Oval RC. Mark Floss.
Who's not actually on this week. He's probably out for dinner.
Yeah, he's probably out celebrating his birthday.
I wonder where he goes for dinner.
IHOP.
You think?
I don't know.
Traitor.
Thank you, skunkboss.
Yeah. So the only other thing that I had on our agenda is where are we racing?
Oh, I have some.
Wait.
I have something.
Wait. It might be the same thing.
I was talking about Run a Ride.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay.
So we're gonna start
have something else.
working on. I built another car, so we're talking about doing a Run a Ride. For if people want to come out to run Pheasant Land, because a lot of people want to run here, but your car are so much different than anything else. So I built a vintage car. It's stock remote, stock tires, but it's the car I won with on Wednesday. Tuesday. Sorry, I'm thinking of the factory running Wednesday, but yeah. But yeah, Tuesday, I would say you pay entry fee, which is $20. You pay me $15. If you don't break anything, I give you $5 back.
So there you go.
So
And I'm also toying with the ideas because I have a spare slash to also join in on that. So we would have a mud boss and a vintage car as rent a ride. So
That would be cool.
I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be a good idea because you get
Bring out your kids.
yeah,
Yeah.
As long as he's feeling okay, there's a hired gun in my mud boss for him.
Sweet.
As long as he's feeling up to it. I know he's been
Oh
sick.
my God, no way. Thank you, Colby. You're back on the team.
Yes! I knew it.
Do we take him off the show then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Man,
He couldn't wait to be a trader. I was going to take all of our trade secrets to Mark.
Garett Williamson, the factory thanks you all. No, thank you, Garett.
Yeah, thank you.
So one other real quick thing, guys. I don't know if you've seen on our Facebook. I did make a post. We are now offering.
We'll leave that one there for YouTube. I'll grab this
No,
one.
YouTube can't see it.
Oh.
The camera's too close.
Put it on the wait, put it right here. Put it on
We
your
are
can.
offering some bushing bearing oil. So if you guys want some, hit us up.
As long as with our, we also have T-shirts.
Yep, t-shirts.
Price for the
Hoodies.
bushing bearing oil is $10 for a bottle, and then if we have to ship it, it'll be just
Some delay.
the cost
There we
of
go.
shipping.
About time.
So, and as always, we are still doing our 12T race prep motors.
Yeah. That have gotten pretty decent results so
They
far.
have gotten some decent results. So
So, just got back from birthday dinner. Where did you go, Mr. ORC? Because that's what's the question.
Charles said IHOP.
Red Lobster.
Yeah, that's where I would go.
that's just my guess.
Skunk boss, haha. I put this sticker on my car and I asked if I was back on the TV. Replies, yeah, I guess. Texas Roadhouse.
Hey, that's a good
That's
place.
a good choice.
Did you saddle up though? That's the new question.
Did you saddle up? I don't know what that means, but did you saddle up?
When it's your birthday, you sit on this saddle and they
Yeah.
sing your birthday song.
There ain't no way Mark got on a saddle.
I don't know.
We'll have to wait and
No
tune in.
saddle, I told you.
You'll have to subscribe to the Oval RC YouTube and TikTok
Time
and
to find
see
out.
if there's a video. Haha, $5 plug.
If we went with him, we would have made him
Wait, you
saddle
get
up.
$5 for every plug?
Oh yeah, me and Deb at Ultimate yesterday were saying that every time we plug Oval RC, we just kind of looked at Mark and he goes, you know what? Every time we get a plug, you get 5 points. After 10,000, you get a T-shirt.
Oval RC, Oval RC, Oval RC.
That's a lot of plugs, man.
But we kind of broke even because he plugged Bloodline a ton on his lives.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Wow.
Mark says no saddle, but I
Thank you.
did buy some novice motor lube.
Hey.
Well, thank you for the shout outs, Mark.
Skunk boss. Mark wore the hat. He definitely saddled up.
So the only other thing we have is where are you guys racing this week? Be right.
I'm Pheasantland Tuesday, Friday, and yeah.
Aaron?
Same place, Tuesday and Friday, Pheasantland. I don't think going anywhere new this weekend.
Tuesday and Friday, Pheasantland. If it's raining out, I'm heading back up to the factory.
Maybe I'll join you.
If it's raining out, I'll be up there.
If it rains this Saturday, I'll probably join you with the factory.
Y'all have fun there. I'm going to.
Well, maybe we can all hop in Jacoby's truck and you can drive us to Bloomsburg.
Find out I have my trailer up there.
Okay.
So we can all fit in the
You
trailer.
left your trailer there? Well,
We got options.
Absolutely.
So we got like 7 minutes left. Is there any questions you guys have?
questions, YouTube, TikTok, anyone?
Oh, we forgot, by the way. Deer Park, sponsor us.
Monster, sponsor us.
Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Just saying, guys, if you drink Monster and you haven't.
Do you ever drink this? I dare you.
I wouldn't.
I
But
double dog dare you.
I highly recommend their dreamsicle. It's delicious. It tastes just like a dreamsicle.
What's the dreamsicle taste like?
Orange creamsicle. Pop.
Oh, wait.
Is that
I
what your
forgot.
dreams taste like? Orange dreamsicle?
You have a question, Kyle?
Oval RC. I may hit up the factory. Skunk Boss, hopefully hitting the Fisher Memorial on Sunday. And I forgot that we did have a comment up here. I'm going to do it somewhere. Oh, right there. From Brett Rotz. King of the Ring is in a few weeks at 997 Speedway. Should be a good race to run.
I'd like to get out there sometime.
Anything from TikTok?
Now, is King of the Ring, is that going to be at Oval or is that going to be an off-road race? Because they got that carpeted off-road course.
I don't know. Bye, Colby. Colby had to use the bathroom again. I think he has a problem.
I think it's number 2.
Who broke the seal?
Are you okay, Colby? Do you need help?
Have you fallen and can't get up?
Ooh. It's an oval race.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if anyone. We're gonna plug this pretty hard because it's a pretty big guest. Dave Peak next week, guys.
Yeah.
Dave
Peak. I don't know how we pulled that one off.
Colby.
One of the big dogs.
Colby had to do some favors, you know.
Yeah. So get your.
He had hand and he drove something.
He used his hands.
So we're gonna have one of the top drivers on the East Coast here.
One
So
of the
have your
biggest.
have your questions ready. You know, come
Write 'em-
come up.
if you
Yeah.
think of something, write them down.
Right.
Yeah.
So
When is that oval race?
um.
At 9:97.
In a few weeks, he said.
A few weeks.
Okay, so we'll have to look into that and go.
But yeah, have all your questions ready. I mean, just start thinking of it now. We got a week to do it. It's one of the name of names there.
Cage Rattler, I wanted to thank you guys for doing the live feeds at Pheasantland. I'm sure it's a pita, but love racing.
Well,
love
thank
watching.
you.
Yeah, if you guys don't realize, we started going live for
Tuesdays and Fridays.
the most random races that we could pretty much find.
We
sometimes.
try to do the mains, and
And you missed SR10.
because I was in it.
No, it did.
You missed SR10. That's the one race I actually wanted to
Why didn't you do it?
I would have liked to have seen
Because I
it too.
can only try to.
We just don't have enough.
Did you not hear me and Colby try to call that race? How did you think we were going to film that race?
That would have been awesome.
I tried filming up there. There's like no good place to set your phone to catch the whole.
I mean,
You literally have to sit there like,
follow to try and follow a race.
it's
Colby,
yeah.
turn one, turn two, turn.
Yeah.
It's tough. It
Caution.
was fun last week doing it, but we'll see if we can do more. And we're definitely going to try to do more horizontal because that one that came out vertical, I tried to watch later. I'm like, this is horrible.
Oh, well, Pete Ludwig, we would love to promote that race, but Chad Kohler won't come on camera.
Yeah.
Oh, that race that's on December 17th?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he won't freaking come on and talk
Pete,
about
you
it.
gotta tell Chad to get out here and plug that race.
Yeah.
Even though you had to beg Brandon to do the vintage race,
Good.
to record it.
And he offered no commentary. You're supposed to talk.
Did you watch my video? Did you like my commentary?
No, it was horrible.
Which one?
Do you want where I just started making weird voices? He's gonna spread his wings and fly.
that was way before.
No, I
this.
did that again.
Did you? I didn't hear it.
Oh. Okay, well, because Pete asked. December 17th,
Yes. December 17th.
Rumble at the rink, right back there.
Race 2.
Right here.
Yep.
Right here.
Right there.
Right
The
here.
track is literally right there.
Right here.
Now, does the bounty count for Rumbles of the
No,
Ring?
it's just,
No.
Friday nights.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so like we said, we have a bounty. It's going up at least $5 every week. It's at $30 right now. Whoever can beat JGR.
That would be Joel, Pete Ludwig, Brett
And if
Ludwig,
by the end of the
Chad Kohler.
season, if nobody claims it, they get it, don't they?
Correct.
Yeah.
Between
True.
the four of them.
Well, it's called. Shouldn't we get that if we can't run for it to win? Does that mean we are part of
Actually, no, because the way that Growler just announced it, he didn't include us, so we're good.
Me and Growler can go for it.
Growler's a
I
novice.
gotta get a card.
Jacob
No,
Riviera.
right there.
Where are you guys located? Bordertown, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Right near Grandview Speedway, if you know big tracks.
It's like
I was
10
fine
minutes
with no commentary because we could hear Colby calling the race. Who wants to hear Colby?
Yeah, who wants to hear Colby?
Thanks.
He's definitely the second best announcer on there.
I let the announcers call that.
I'm
race.
third. Merkel's definitely the best. I don't know. John Bear's pretty good.
I'm there.
John Bear.
John Bear.
I miss John Bear.
I do.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a couple weeks.
Rip.
Well,
Well-
might be out this week. It's points again.
Well, guys,
Yeah, it's freezing.
it's not.
It is cold.
It is cold in here.
Yeah.
Everyone's so cold because they're so skinny. If they were just fat like me, they'd have no problem.
I'm fat too, and it ain't helping.
All right, guys. Well, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to Oval RC on all social medias.
Don't
Ooh.
forget from the pets from skunkboss as well.
All right.
Wait.
And-
stop. We have a question. Joe Elg,
No.
what's the rules on the bounty again? You have to beat JGR in the feature on a Friday night. That includes Chad Kohler peeking his head out the window like a freaking rhino.
So at least 2 out of the 4 have to be running towards
And 2 out of the 4, that's either out of Pete, Ludwig, Brett Ludwig,
Or Chad.
Joe Elg, and Chad Kohler. 2 out of the 4 have to finish, and you have to beat them on a Friday night.
Just have to finish ahead of them. You don't have to win.
No,
Or
you have
is
to
it
win.
going to the winner?
Yeah, you have to win.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I think about it, like
So we're
if-
doing a
yeah.
true bounty, so that like if you finish third, you don't get.
Do you realize that if someone does finish ahead of them, that means they would have won?
No. I'm saying that like if the 4 of us take the top 4 spots, is that money going between the 4 of us or just the winner?
No, just the winner.
Okay. Because I know there's another place that did a bounty and then it ended up getting paid to like the top 5.
So,
Oh god.
we just got a sponsor.
Oh.
Joe Elg, I will add $5 a week to the bounty. So that means
Wow.
$10 a week.
Wow.
So he's really he has a vested
he has
interest
faith
in
in
getting
him.
this.
He has faith in them.
Look at this now. Look at Chad. Chad Kohler is also a production guy.
Yep. He's still hiding them.
Jacob Riviera says he loves our track, by the way. So that means it's going up by $10. So Friday night, $40.
Yep.
I'm still telling you, the best thing to do is just wait. Wait about 3 or 4 more weeks and come on out. You don't have any points, you will start on the pole, and if you're fast, you
Not
can
necessarily
take
if
it.
they don't qualify.
Well, if they qualify, that's what we're talking about. They have to qualify.
Cage Rattler, but it's hard to wreck 4 guys and still win.
Kyle can do
You
it.
need to bring a jam car out.
Put Colby on a stripper pole.
That's against community guidelines.
All right, guys. Well, like I said,
Yeah.
thank
Oh,
you.
hey, hold on. Guys, like Garrett said when he called in, check out Race Ready products. They know what they're doing. These products actually work. I love it.
Also, don't forget, Bloodline RC 12-turn prep motors and our bearing bushing oil. Hit us up on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and we can get you guys your oil and motors.
Don't forget, follow the Factory RC
Yes.
Yes.
on Facebook,
Pheasant.
Oval RC, Pheasantland RC, and From the Pits by skunkboss.
Yep.
Because I'm going to get 1,000 subscribers and I'm going to run his car. Bye, guys.
All right, guys. See ya.
Brock said thank you guys, right?